5 Signs You Are Dealing with a Narcissist and Suffering Abuse, Part 1. In our celebrity-driven, selfie-obsessed culture, the term narcissism is frequently used to describe someone who appears to be overly self-centered or arrogant. Narcissism, psychologically speaking, does not imply genuine self-love. It is more accurate to say that those who suffer from a narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, are in love with an idealized and exaggerated version of themselves. And the very reason they are in love with this exaggerated self-image is that it enables them to steer clear of intense feelings of insecurity. But it takes a lot of work to support their fantasies of grandeur. And this is where dysfunctional attitudes and behaviors are generated. The egotistical behavioral condition includes examples of self-love, pompous reasoning and conduct, an absence of compassion and thought for others, and an unreasonable requirement for reverence. People with NPD are frequently characterized as arrogant, manipulative, selfish, patronizing, and demanding. Every facet of the narcissist's life is affected by this way of thinking and acting, from friendships and work to family and romantic relationships. Even when their behavior is causing them problems, those who suffer from narcissistic personality disorder are extremely resistant to making the change. They frequently assign blame to others. In addition, they have a high level of sensitivity and are easily offended by even the tiniest criticisms, disagreements, or perceived slights, which they consider to be personal attacks. To avoid the narcissist's coldness and rage, it is frequently simpler for those who are in the narcissist's life to comply with their demands. However, as you learn more about narcissistic personality disorder, you will be able to identify narcissists in your life, defend yourself against their manipulations for power, and establish healthier boundaries. In this video, we want to talk about these things, specifically 5 signs you are dealing with a narcissist and suffering abuse. So please like this video and subscribe to this channel for future updates. Number 1, narcissists lack empathy. They don't care about your thoughts and your feelings. They see you only as an extension of themselves. You exist in their life only to fulfill their desires and their needs. Therefore, they don't care about your feelings or your thoughts. Their aim is to dominate you. Male or female, one of their favorite tactics is to love bomb you. They do this by saying ego-inflating things like, "I only feel like this when I'm with you," or "You look better every time I see you." And if they are really bold, they might try, "It's getting harder and harder to say no to you." Statements like these will loosen up your emotions and have you think that you are with someone who cares. Number 2, narcissists never take responsibility for events in their lives. They always blame others for whatever is going on in their life. They take no responsibility for their words or their deeds. They will always find someone to blame. And why do they do that? Because they are insecure. The confidence that you sometimes see when you deal with a narcissist is just a mask. They are extremely fragile, and they don't want to recognize that sometimes maybe they aren't perfect. They have this mask of perfection always covering the fragile ego. Blaming others is their way of surviving. Narcissists always blame other people and take no responsibility for their words or their behaviors. Their mantra is, "That didn't happen. And if it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, it's not a big deal. And if it is, it's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you made me do it." Signs number 3. Narcissists have this deep need to be constantly validated and admired by other people. And as I said, their ego is very fragile. So getting validation and getting admiration from the external world and other people is something they must do. Unfortunately, the paradox is that even if you do love this person and even if you support them, nothing is ever good enough. They always want more because this emptiness that they feel inside is simply emptiness, and nothing you do, nothing you say will ever be good enough for them. So this desire to be constantly validated, to be constantly admired by other people should be a red flag for you, and realize that you're possibly dealing with a narcissist. This is the end of part 1. In part 2, we will talk about some narcissistic ways of manipulation. We'll talk about gaslighting and ways that they will actually isolate you from yourself. Consider stopping your hobbies. And at the end, we'll have a few words for the narc who's seeking therapy. See you on part 2. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you enjoyed the video, then don't forget to give it a like and also share it with someone who could benefit from it. If you have any questions about the 5 signs you are dealing with a narcissist and suffering abuse, then please feel free to let me know in the comment section. I hope you have a great day. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.